One.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Bestie in Slot, California, Berkeley LAN. We're here with the EU in a show match. Joining me today, Fudgy Waffles. How you doing? I'm Sykeen, by the way, the one and only. So, how you doing, Fudgy?
Doing good. Crashed out yesterday, but I'm not the only one in this lobby, dare
Well,
I say, that's crashed out this tournament. Speaking of which, it's going to be our NA representatives, Gumi, 3Z, Breezy, and Gramella, all California natives, just like myself. Apparently, I think Gumi forgot about me or something. He got to pick his team for this, but
oh, yeah, no, he definitely
uh,
he definitely
he
forgot.
must have
He
forgot.
did. I
He must
mean,
have forgotten
yeah,
or
he
something.
must have
But
just felt that. He figured he
yeah.
needed some time away from the game. No, it's
Yeah,
fine. But
yeah, yeah, yeah.
for EU though, we got Triple California from NA. We got Triple UK from EU, right? Atsuro. We've got SMG, and we have got the lovely Zoe Lorraine, my mentor in EU, along with Lilaeth. Expect to see some great stuff coming out from here. And we're getting into this game now. We are in here. This is Oni Village. It's going to be a crazy game. There's a lot of EU lore there, but I won't bore you with it right now. For
These
now,
these comps are crazy.
no, right? Look at
And
this.
chrono rapid fire start too. I imagine what happens. It must have been there must have been an opportunity. It's very common, I guess, in NA for Estelle plus Kai to be taken because they're seen as just so much better than the other midfielders on Oni Village. So Gumi taking the Kai kind of used to be a signature pick for him back in the day, but now it's reprising it for this 100 ping EU show match.
That's
But
right. It is 100 ping, right? And here we are on the 100 ping. That is an open barrier already for the European team. Zoe Lorraine, though, is low, does have possession. The Giga Blast just barely misses her HP bar. She's going to live. That is a barrage. Taking her low, but she is not staggered yet. In front of the open net, 3Z Breezy, with just a strike, gets it into the net. And that is the first point for an A.
yeah, I'm a little concerned over this EU comp. I mean, they're looking like they're trying to KO that Luna Zentaro, but I think the core control on the side of NA is just going to help them end up doing more damage almost just by having the core more and being able to just manipulate the core being on the opponent so they can hit both the core and the enemies, just ending up in more damage. Already both barriers down. Just Luna does not have that defense. And bang, Breezy puts it in.
Yeah, that is. We're looking at some signature picks here on the EU side, right? Atsuro is going to pick that Luna. That's what she's known for. It does not matter what's going to happen. And SMG is a wild card. Okay, he's a flex player, could do anything, and that judo coming out on Oni, right? And so I would have loved to see her for Juliet, probably banned. I'm not exactly sure. Checking that, I can't tell. No, they didn't ban it. She just don't want to play it on Oni. But anyways, that is both barriers down again for EU. This is another open net situation, but there are two flips on the board.
Yeah, a little bit of a NA tech. The meta has shifted to a bit of more of a passing meta. And Gramel and 3-0 are players that love to pass, taking those barriers early with the passing, but taking back, but with the power play, it looks like it should just go right there. The Luna ult not going to be able to keep it out due to the combo of ultimate plus primary from Gramella. Flips there, but not two flips, but not even needed. Just going to go straight to draft.
I really wonder what EU can figure to really get things moving in the right direction for them. I mean, that was a quick first set, right? And I mean,
This looks rough for you.
yeah, man, Rasmus is. I don't know if there's anything exclusively incredible here for Rasmus. There's the perfect form, right? Monu onto the Juno. Of course, we're gonna take the Deadeye from Luna, right?
Yeah.
That just makes perfect sense.
Luckily, there is a missile prop, which is very similar to Deadeye in a lot of ways, especially on Luna, having two projectiles, the ult counting as a projectile, despite not really looking traditionally like one. But the big damage, the perfect form, and the Deadeye being taken away, the two best in slot awakenings for
Open barrier already. Let's go.
yeah, it's a quick way through, but
Oh, Zoe! Strike it right through all three of them. 3Z is not happy with Gooby, as they know what? Zoe dog walked both of them, as she should, as she will, because EU is going to take this. Zoe is supported by SMG and Atsu, can do anything, right? As we get into this first set, that is already one barrier down for NA. This is what we need, EU. Okay, that's a barrier down for us. That's okay off of the Estelle primary. Just, we're getting down to the Oni look. That is both bottom barriers, though, so this could be an interesting way to play the map right now.
Yeah, you can really see Grimella, 3Z, Grimella making a triangle, gonna find that barrier and immediately find the KO plus the goal. Just, yeah, combination play. Rasmus plus Estelle being one of the best forward duos known for quite a while, been picked together for a really long time, and especially on Oni Village, the map where you can score more, where you need to be able to score more than any other map. Unsurprising to see it working out pretty well there.
Yeah, but you know what? Nah, we'd win. Because look at that already. Another barrier taken, equalized. Of course, it's only that's going to happen. Zoe is getting the mix. Atsu is going to Luna secondary in. That boost is going to try to get something. Not quite yet. Grimella being taken dangerously low is going to try to regen, but Zoe has the flip. Zoe can make something happen here. Has possession, uses the flip. Chunks out Grimella just a little bit. The play is resetting. Atsuro getting involved. The ultimate calling out SMG with possession. Breezy Breezy just going to sit there while Gumi gets through the minefield of all of the abilities coming out. SMG, though, is going to miss the barrier, and we are looking at a little bit more of a reset situation with Grimella getting some points.
Yeah, Grimella's going to need to live here. That is really the big win condition for EU, is to find that KO, but the stagger is off the table, although no evade does make Grimella prime target. 3Z is going to pull up a flip in a few strikes here. Could be a good opportunity to make use and even kind of take some attention away from Grimella. But Grimella's still alive, but there's the barrier being taken for EU, and it slides right through.
Let's go. Use flip, Gumi. Use energy burst. Incredible. Let's go, EU. That is 2 up now. I love this. Let's go. This is our comeback. I'm saying it. See, get in a position here. SMG is going to be starting in the speed bait, but it's going to be starting at the lower end. Atsu going to dash in, try to stop Grimella from interacting with the play, and that is going to be both barriers down. 3Z has the flip. Gumi uses his. It is going to go back. Grimella, that would have been, I think, a bounce that would have gotten him a double barrier if Grimella did not shoot it. I think that was a really excellent way to save the play. Atsu passing down to SMG, not going to find anything just yet. Getting involved, Atsuro with the dash in, going to find something. There's a lot of flips on the board here, Fudgy. This is scary.
Yeah. There's the flip, but it's going to be taken by Atsuro, going to be able to save that one. Flip for flip, and now the eject one from Gumi is going to be able to save that, but the flip is out again, and Grimella is on 90 ping. And honestly, something I was going to bring up, EU is doing a great job. I think this comp is specifically designed for high ping, Juno especially, to really abuse, especially the late in the game. The overtime fast core speeds are much harder to react to. So really, like, that is kind of, I think, their main win condition is playing around those mistakes. Where NA's trying to play a more traditional style, but it's a little bit harder to when all your timings are a little bit mixed up, especially you've been playing on LAN for the past full day. You've been playing on 10, at lowest it's been 12, which has been awesome to play on. But now you're just moving up and playing on East, which is honestly something that these players haven't had to do in a really long time, with Central servers being available for solo queue and scrims. So
I mean, it looks like we got some very interesting awakenings here. I mean, Luna got the extra special. That's what she gets for being first on the docket there, you know. And I'm sure plenty of the spark to die. That's pretty good. And honestly, I don't even think there's already scored. Wow. I mean, I was busy yapping about awakenings, and NA is fighting back. I mean, anything you're seeing here with the awakenings, though, real quick, just before we.
Nothing too crazy, really. Estelle has the spark, so was having some trouble living. And again, that's still being the main condition is pretty much to kill them for EU. The main win condition, kill them, and then in overtime have that fast core speed from Luna and Juno to kind of take you there. But I do think still just like the passing plays available due to the speed of Rasmus and Kai being able to move up with that speed as well for passing plays, and Estelle covering any cross clear is just able to provide NA more consistent looks at the goal. But on the other end, it's just mistakes are going to happen, especially again, I gotta keep it emphasizing on high ping, but Grimella gets that shot off the wall, and the piercing shot will put it in.
It looked like EU was doing so well, and then mistakes happened. Maybe ping related, who knows? And then, yeah, the piercing shot, exactly, just like you say. But Zoe does have flipped counter Grimella's if needed. Atsuro almost losing both barriers. Gumi almost tried to get involved. 3Z just missing the Rasmus primary. That barrier is safe for now, but NA still has both of theirs. Zoe trying to get involved. Giga Blast comes out, great redirect from Zoe, uses the flip, great angle on the barrier there, and that might be the goal of a great strike from Grimella. Luna ultimate going to come out, zone out the entire area. Zoe's going to win the strike war. It is in the goal. And that is the first point in this set for EU.
Flips have been looking really strong this game. Like I keep pointing out the ping, but even then, I do think EU has been a little bit better at utilizing their flips this game. And I think that was a lot of their points, especially in that set they had just won. So seeing them get a point off that there, we'll see if Breezy can get a flip here that has equivalent value. It's going to be hard to block, but it is blocked. But the stun, the primary, the pendulum swing is going to grab 2 to get that through. Insane spacing from 3Z to be able to find 2 stuns off of 1 pendulum swing. But even in the corners, 3Z will be KO'd, which even if this, they don't get this barrier, is going to buy a ton of time to reach their overtime win condition. Gumi and Grimella doing a good job of pulling it down, but yeah, no crossguard, no extra range on that Juno jump, but the SMG is going to be KO'd instead. Reverse power play, 20 seconds until OT as well, and Luna ult might even have saved it, but they are going to hold. It's now Zoe's turn, and the Rocket is going to take the barrier, but 3Z has an open shot and is going to take it, and that's the set.
You know what? Well played, NA. You did some good stuff there. We almost had your number. It's okay. We still have another set to come back, and we are going to come back. Grimella taking the set MVP here. You know, just SMG being taken low during the power play was so bad for us. But do you still have a spark? Yes, she does. There's Spark of Focus there, and I think that's, yep, Grimella's going to take it. That's just, why wouldn't you, right? Spark of Reasel, Spark of Focus, more cooldowns to play with on ping. That's what you need. And there's going to be that recovery drone, you know, just, I guess, size. That is double size Zentaro. That's something, right? Yeah. Drive on the Rasmus, you know, Green Verb on Luna, that's just great. Kai. I mean, Gumi's just gonna do Gumi things with that, right?
Yeah, I think the Juno Super Surge seems underwhelming, but I think, especially on Oni Village, this Dash Awakening is something that Juno really needs to be as effective as a character like Estelle and covering the cross. Instant KO, by the way, onto 3Z Breezy, gonna lead to a double barrier take immediately. EU looking incredibly strong.
Yeah, no, as Gumi gets taken out by a Rocket, Atsuro on her signature pick, the Luna, incredible. 3Z Breezy is back on the field, but it is still a power play for the side of EU. Getting involved, Grimella going to try to Rose Warp at the right time, but Atsu had all the time in the world to figure out what she wanted to do, and EU is going to take the point. Oh, salutes to Gumi. Goodbye, you're dead.
Yeah, taken out, double KO, both not even staggered, just knockback KOs found on the 2 members. So preventable, to be honest, but the combo into 3Z was very, especially hard to deal with. When the team can work together to get those hit stuns, but Atsuro coming in with the cross clear. If Juno can't cover it, hopefully Luna can. And it's going to be a really tough spot for Gumi if Zoe can get this flip off, but good defense, 3Z and Grimella really surrounding Zoe to make sure that no flip is available to be taken off, but there's 3Z taking 1 barrier. If they can get in the melee range of Atsuro, maybe something can happen, but instead it's going to be 2 flips in the corner. This should be really tough, but the flip from Grimella is going to be blocked by Zoe, and that's going to be a Zentaro dash passive for another goal. Oh,
beautiful passive. And dude, I mean, you mentioned it earlier. They were playing really good keep away from Zoe. They stunned her out from being able to interact so often, but all it took was, you know, just getting involved with the rest of the team. Atsuro taking some of that coverage allowed Zoe to just get in range, use the flip, and then bait out so much so that she could get that perfect passive setup. As we get into here, though, that's going to be both barriers. SMG was just a little bit too staggered by all of the abilities, and the ping misses strike, and that is an open barrier for EU, but Zoe getting involved. Atsuro is flying. The airlines have flowed, and it is a very scary situation. You're flipping in front of the net. 3Z is going to throw out that ultimate, not going to find anything with it just yet, and that is going to be a beautiful reposition with the Rose Warp into the piercing shot from Grimella, and that is going to be the first point for EU in this set.
That's another one for Grimella. Actually, the second barrier taken, I think Atsuro was just forward a little bit too long, might have done stun, but the eject button ran out and just left it completely open. There's the slime blocking the flip, but Atsuro, great save on that first barrier, but the first barrier is not the big thing, really. You really want to tackling the second barrier tends to be the harder thing, but help from Gumi is going to force out that flip. Grimella now is going to go try to reset this offense with that flip taken out, but 3Z just trying to survive.
Yeah, it's very low. Atsuro getting involved with that secondary, not going to find anything off of it, and as both barriers down, while both barriers stand for NA. Grimella getting into the play, uses the piercing shot, and just through all of the chaos, the core is going to float in, and that is a potentially game point for NA. This could be it for you guys. Lock in.
Yeah, great three-point offense. Gumi down the middle with the barrage. 3Z covering bottom, and Grimella had that piercing shot up top. getting the stun off as well. Just really nowhere for Atsuro to go, especially on a character like Luna who has less defensive options, no creations to just automatically win your interactions. But the stun on the Gumi from Zoe is going to put the barrier open. 1-2 now. At this point, it could be really scary. Gumi does have flip coming up soon, but the core is falling behind. Really scary. Barrage is up. Barrage out of the picture. Has flip now. He's going to have to use it, but the stun comes off from Zoe, and it's going to be going to a set 5.
Yes, thank you. Good job, guys. Good job. We still have one more to go. Beautiful team play from Ansu there. She's just so great on the Luna, and SMG being there, ready to support her. Zoe, of course, making sure they can't go up, and yet they just pinched them, got it in. I love that for us. Let's go. And Atsu, please. Atsu, what are you doing? No. Do you really want Camilla to have 3 sparks?
1-2 Juno, though, is now an option. Right. So that seems a little
win call. It's already the same win call. Yeah, no, I love that.
Yeah, stacks on stacks also will be really scary. I think Gumi has really wanted to help on the offense more often, but has been punished for it a few too many times this game, so has been playing a little bit farther back. But these stacks on stacks might provide a window of opportunity. But on the other end, Zentara has 3 Size Awakenings.
That's so smart.
Not really the character that you tend to see have a ton of size, but anyone with 3 Size Awakenings, it kind of becomes God, so...
Right? And I mean, it's just more time for her to strike on Pig, right?
Yeah, size is a little weak, but great offense. Once again, Gumi getting in there. 3Z, Gumi, Grimella all contributing to that offense to grab that goal. Just leaving, again, a character like Luna, just no options. As long as they can continue to leave no options, then that they can consistently find goals. I really feel like Gumi on Kai with the barrage that can really just beat anything. Has the options, like should have been able to save that, but just a small mistake instead. But when NA is scoring, I do feel like it's coming from consistent plays that Atsuro doesn't really have many options to get out of. But who's got the barriers right now, you know?
Exactly. And I mean, Atsu flying in, almost trying to find maybe a KO on Gumi or the score. It is not going to find it just yet. Zoe going to, that is a huge Zentaro, and into the passive, going in off the flip. Incredible stuff from Zoe. This is 1-1. This is going to be a set 5 heater.
We could.
Let's go.
Not to look too far into forward future, but set 5.5 is very possible here, especially with that 1-2 Juno, especially with all this damage, especially with the current energy economy being pretty high for both teams. Atsuro probably going to flip here, grabs the barrier, and now it's going to be really hard to get this back. And in the meantime, Atsuro is going to be building that energy up. SMG is going to be getting that flip up soon. Gumi does have the flip. Grimella is almost going to contribute with 3Z to grab that second barrier, but it's not going to happen. They are going to get it out, but everyone's on defense. The transition is finally happening. We're going to be able to see EU on offense, but it's only Village. It's a big map. The core can be anywhere at any time. The stagger on Zone. This pass from Grimella going to be intercepted by Atsuro, but 3Z Breezy has the secondary, but great interception. That super surge beat a big deal, but that's Deadeye coming in huge to find that barrier. But 3Z saves the barrier kind of inadvertently, but wins the strike where to take that. Is really fast right now. Has the flip. Is going to be able to flip in the corner. Should be able to find a shot, but instead the respawn coming in at the perfect time to save the day. But Grimella has everything, and 3Z has flip, and that's all they need to get 2-1, 1 point ahead.
Oh, that was so scary for so long, and then 3Z with the flip with the double pendulum swing. No, guys, come on, SMG, why did you die? All right, it's fine. We have 1-2 punch Juno. We can lock in. That is going to be the Luna ultimate going down onto Gumi. Not going to find him just yet, and no, that is both barriers, but it's okay. We've been here before. We're going to take both barriers right back. Gumi with a great strike is going to defend that one off of the red coring Juno Slime. Atsuro does have flip. Lots of defensive options here. Zoe's going to win the strike over against 3Z. This could be a big breakaway. They're getting involved. With primary coming out from Zentaro, not going to find anything just yet. The Slime's getting involved in the play. SMG trying to find something here. Something to get to Zoe. Something to get Atsu an opportunity to fly in. Atsu's going to fly in. And oh my goodness. That was incredibly scary, but also is going to eject button back this time. Is going to make it there. Zoe has the flip. We need to score, get that barrier. We do off of the Zentaro passive and Atsuro fly again. Zoe involved. Going to try to go for the strike war. I can't anymore, Fudgy, please.
Gumi has flip. 3Z is getting that energy up, but so is SMG. Again, these flips have been so impactful this game, and Gumi's going to use it on nothing. Not trusting Grimella to get that. It looked like a 1v1. SMG staggered. It's not enough, but there's the ult. SMG surviving. Atsuro, despite the fast core speed, is able to react, but there's the open shot. SMG just positioned a little bit too far up, too scared, and Grimella is going to shoot that in and take it. NA is greater than EU.
I don't know if you could hear it. There's a USA chant going on out there. And this is, oh my. Well played for Vide. You know, gotta give you your flowers. You beat us on ping, whatever. It's fine. But well played. And it was an excellent game to watch, though. I mean, both teams, I loved that NA was still sticking to, their more traditional kind of play style on Oni, the typical confirms, the setups. But it was still so magical to watch EU try to get them with this, Pandora's box comp.
It was a close game. It was a really close game.
I loved it, yeah.
And I'm looking forward to the rematch on LAN.
Please, yes.
Rematch on LAN.
Yeah, next LAN, you guys better get out here. I swear. I'll pay for like 5% of your flight if you need it. Yeah.
I got $5. $5.
$5, yeah.
If we all chip in $5,
Right?
if
Like,
everyone
we can
in
crowdsource.
chat,
Yeah, come on.
yeah,
Come on, start the EU fund, please. Get them out here. We need them here. I know Sloth's trying to get out here. You can get that guy out here. Come on.
that'd be sick.
Right?
Sick.
That'd be awesome. Could you imagine? Sloth and NA. But I mean, look at these stats. I mean, what can we really say about that? There's some KOs on Oni Village. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there were 7.
Yeah, doubles.
But the damage comp having less KOs just kind of.
It's okay. We can move on from KOs.
Yeah, let's move on. Yeah, the redirects kind of even more evenly split, which kind of means whatever. But hey, congrats to NA. Congrats
NA. You earned it. You did.
To Melon 3Z, who still have games to be played today, so keep your eye out for that. But
all right.
that'll be coming up in the future. But for now, that'll be it from us. Thanks for watching the show match, and stay tuned for the rest of the LAN.
Bye.